Good morning. Really excited about practice today. I thought the team came out with a lot of enthusiasm. The guys were flying around. We played a fair amount of live football today, so it was good to see them come back like that after Saturday's scrimmage. Questions?
You talked earlier in the spring about guys that may move around the secondary. Where do you see Anthony Shoffey's home?
I don't know that we know that right now, but I do think he's a guy who gives us some flexibility. If he plays corner, we believe he could play some safety for us if we need him to, and ultimately it'll be about getting the best guys on the field, not just in the base packages, but in the sub packages too. So there's no doubt Anthony, when he's fully recovered, is going to be a big part of what we do on the defense. It's a good chance it could be at both spots.
You've used DeLon at both spots a lot in the last 2 years. With having to find a lot of new time at safety, is he more likely to play more safety this year, or is he still that nickel role?
Well, yeah, he plays safety, and he plays the nickel role. If we needed him to play corner, he certainly could. If we felt like the safety depth was better than the corner depth, which, those will be things that'll shake out over the next couple of months. But another guy who definitely has the ball skills and the range to play safety and the physicality to play safety, but also the cover skills to be a corner or a nickel. So, he's another guy who's going to have to learn multiple spots for us.
You do any tinkering with the depth chart after scrimmage?
No, we didn't really move anybody in the depth chart. I think we're settling the offensive line a little bit at this point in terms of left and right, more so than I don't know. You'll see all the gymnastics that you've seen in the first 2 weeks. But we're still going to need position flexibility there too until we decide who the best five are.
How do you feel at center right now?
I feel good. I think we've got a couple guys there that we can win with, and now it'll be a matter of who's the best center and who are the best five that ultimately will decide who's in it.
What was it like having Ralph back around the team today?
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Ralph came in yesterday, so I had a chance to meet with him yesterday, meet with him this morning before practice. He's going to be with us through the week. And again, just a tremendous resource for me as the head coach and for really everybody on the team. Somebody who's been an offensive coordinator, been a head coach, been a defensive coordinator in his career. So there's no limit to the knowledge he brings to this program.
How has Kai Hester been so far?
I'm sorry?
How's Kai Hester been so far through the spring?
Well, he made a big hit in the red zone drill today. That was good. And I think Kai is still learning our system. He spent last year on the scout team. I'm pleased with how he's working. There's no question he brings some physicality to that position, he and Davon. So we'll know a lot more, I think, when we start training camp after he's had a chance to review the entire spring. But, in the first 2.5 weeks, I'm pleased with what he's doing.
Just another kind of versatility question. Quanzel, where do you see him? Maybe a couple different options on the line?
Yeah, I don't know that I have an answer for that one just yet either, because it depends a little bit on our depth in the fall. But Quanzel's another really smart football player who's a powerful athlete, an explosive guy, and he's played E. He can play three technique. He can play nose. He's played R. There's a lot of things he can do, much like a guy like David Malewski did for us at different points in his career. So he's a valuable guy.
Kyle, Justin Goodwin had a lot of success as a freshman, and then again early last year, kind of a decreased role towards the end of last season. Can you tell us anything about what your off-season conversations were like, or what his confidence was like coming back into spring?
The conversations are private. I wouldn't speak to those in public. But Justin's a competitor. Justin knows we've got a very talented room, and I would tell you Justin's having a great spring training camp right now. So I'm excited about what he's been able to do, and I believe he's going to be a big part of what we do going forward. He's going to have a role on this team, and just like every other skilled player on offense, that role gets determined by production.
Were you pleased with what you saw out of him Saturday?
I was. I'm pleased with what I saw out of him today. I thought he had a good practice again today. He's put a couple practices in a row now that have been really good, and he's a guy who looks like a different guy from the fall.
How much has Tariq Cole developed just physically and just
Well, I know Tariq since he was a freshman in high school, and he was 400 pounds. And now I look at him, and he's 318 or 322 pounds and 17 or 18% body fat. So the transformation over the last 4.5, 5 years has been remarkable, no less than remarkable. The biggest difference, in my opinion, between Tariq in the fall and the spring now is mental. He's done a tremendous job in the offseason of studying tape, working with the other players, and really knowing what to do so that he can play fast on the field. So I think he's progressing at a pretty good rate.
What did you see in a 400-pound offensive lineman that made you interested in him before he became what he is now?
Yeah, when you see a ninth grader who's 400 pounds, who can still move around and play basketball and run around on the field during camp, the conversation was pretty simple. I said, hey, do you want to play Division I football? He said yes. I said, well, by your junior year, get under 350 and you'll have a chance. And he did. And we tracked him all the way through, and he's playing good football right now, but he's got a long way to go. He's still young.
Time for two more questions. A year ago, Big Ten Network came out and they did their live remote. It just seems so new now that they're here and they're here. It's just life in the Big Ten that they come out and program.
It really is, yeah. And I know the people who watch the network, they see the spring reports that are going on, and to have Coach Donato on here again, it's great. It just adds to the atmosphere of practice and another reminder of what we are as a program now. And I think as we go forward, the people around the program will get more and more used to it. I think for us, we're already used to it. They've been around quite a bit.
How was the dance marathon?
Oh, dance marathon is one of my favorite days of the year. So that was a lot of fun. I thought our players did a good job. We got bested by the field hockey team one more time. So I think last year we came in third. This year we came in second. So we'll put a little more work in the offseason, and hopefully we can win next year. Thank you.